Hi guys, today we are going to learn about transforming graphs, which is GCSE's grade 8 and grade 9 topic, and questions always comes from this topic. So let's see what transforming graph is. So we need to remember these two rules here. Two rules you need to remember. First rule is inside the bracket rule, and second rule is outside the bracket rule. So inside the bracket rule, we will always change the sign of x. Yeah, always change the sign of x. How? I'm going to explain you. And when it is outside the bracket, change the sign of y. So things will be clear. What it is inside and what is outside, I'm going to explain in the question. So there are two types here, fx plus a. So if you see inside the bracket means here we have got inside the bracket like x plus a and x minus a. So we need to sketch the graph according to this x plus a and x minus a, and here it is minus x. So when questions are like this, then we call it inside the bracket and change, and then to do this we will do the change of sign of x. Outside the bracket, when fx is like this, if you see here is minus a. So let's do it like this. So if you see here fx is with minus a. Minus a is outside, plus a is outside. Here minus sign is outside. So how we are going to learn about these rules, I'm going to show you in the questions here. So let's see, this is our question. Question is here, this is quadratic curve, that is y equal to fx. This is curve y equal to fx, and points are given 1 and 4. So we need to calculate what will be the coordinates of, let's write down fx plus 3. Yeah, so x plus 3, what will be the coordinates here? So what we need to do, x plus 3, it is inside the bracket. If you see this value x plus 3 is inside the bracket. Inside the bracket you change the sign of x. So once you change the sign of x, so it will be minus 3. Yeah, x plus 3, here it is x plus 3. So we are changing this sign, so it will be minus 3. And if you see minus 3 here and plus 1 here, so minus 3 plus 1, if you do this minus 3 and plus 1, so let's write down here minus 3 plus 1, it will be minus 2. Yeah, so first value will be minus 2 and second value remains unchanged, that is minus 2 and 4. Okay, now next thing, if it is like this, f x minus 1. Yeah, x minus 1. So what happen, if you see here inside the bracket there's a x minus 1. So what we are going to do, x will be here 1, positive 1. Just change the sign, positive 1, and this is 1 as well. So 1 and 1 becomes 2, and y remains unchanged. So it will be 2, 4 and minus 2 and 4. Nice and easy, right? Now if let's take another example like f of minus x. So again it is inside the bracket. See, it is inside the bracket. So change the sign of x. So change the sign of x will be minus 1. So let's write down here minus 1, because it is 1, so it will be minus 1, and y remains unchanged, minus 1 and 4. So these are the things which you need to do. Now when it is outside the bracket, so let's take example uh, like this, fx minus 3. Yeah, for this fx minus 3, so what will happen here? So it is outside the bracket. What is outside the bracket? This one. Yeah, this is minus 3. It is outside the bracket. So outside the bracket you need to change the sign of y. So change the sign of y, it is minus 3, so it will be plus 3. Yeah, so plus 3 here, and here is how much, 1 and 4. So what will be your coordinate? Outside the bracket y changes, right? Okay, so here it is outside the bracket. Outside the bracket y changes, so y coordinate is here 4, so it will be minus 3 and plus 4. So minus 3, outside the bracket y changes to minus 3 and plus 4 becomes 1. So let's write down here, now like this is minus 3 and plus 4 becomes 1. So x coordinates remain same and y coordinate we got 1, so 1 1. Now next example we can see like this, let's take minus fx. Yeah, so it is outside or inside. So if you see minus sign is outside, so it will be outside the bracket. So what will be the coordinate here? Minus fx. So minus fx, so x remains the same, that is 1, and y coordinate changes. So y coordinate is 4, so it will be 1 and minus 4. Nice and easy. So this is the way we do the questions. Yeah, let's take another example. Let me rub this. Let's take another example here. Okay, so let me draw the graph. So this is our question here, and this is y equal to fx curve, and this is point, maximum point, that is minus 2 and 1. So what we need to do, we need to calculate here what will be fx minus 3. Yeah, what will be the coordinate of fx minus 3? Fx minus 3, it is inside the bracket or outside the bracket? Yes, guess. Yes, definitely it is inside the bracket. Inside the bracket, x changes with the sign. So here it is minus 3, so it will be plus 3, and minus 2 is there. So plus 3 and minus 2, if you solve like plus 3 and minus 2, it will be 1. So x value will be 1 and y coordinate remains unchanged, 1 1. Now next one is f of minus x. So it is inside the bracket or outside the bracket? So yes, it is definitely inside the bracket. Inside the bracket, x changes, yeah, sign. So it is minus 2 here, so it will change into positive, that is 2 and 1. Okay, let's take another example. Suppose fx plus 2, it is inside the bracket or outside the bracket? Yes, definitely it is inside the bracket. Inside the bracket, x changes, so x is going to be changed. So it is plus 2, so it will be minus 2, and x value is there, minus 2 again. So minus 2 and minus 2 becomes minus 4. So x coordinate will be minus 4 and y coordinate will be 1. Nice and easy. Okay, so let's see another question now. So this is our question. So here y equal to fx is the curve, and these points are given 5 and 2, and we need to calculate what will be the coordinates of this point, what will be the coordinate of this point, and what will be the coordinate of this point. Yeah, so let's start. Fx minus 4, so we need to see whether it is inside the bracket or outside the bracket. So definitely this value is outside the bracket. Outside the bracket, sign changes, so minus 4 will turn into 4. Okay, minus 4 will turn into 4, right? So if you see here this is minus 4, it is outside. Outside means change y. So change y, x remains the same, that is 5, and change y, it is minus 4 and plus 2. So minus 4 plus 2 becomes minus 2. So this will be your answer, 5 and minus 2. Here fx minus 4, fx minus 2, it is inside the bracket. Inside the bracket, x changes, so it is minus 2, so it will be plus 2. Okay, plus 2 is here and 5 is already there, so here plus 2 and 5 is already there, so it will be 7, and y remains unchanged, so it will be 7 and 2. Okay, now f minus x. So first you need to find whether it is inside or outside. Definitely you are right. So it is inside the value. So x will changes. So x is how much here? It is 5. It is 5 here, x. So it will change into negative, that is minus 5, and y remains unchanged here. So y remains unchanged. So let's write down here. So this will be minus 5 and 2. Nice and easy. Okay. So this is another question. Here it is given fx plus 3. So first you need to see whether it is inside the bracket or outside the bracket. Yes, this is inside the bracket. Inside the bracket, change the sign of x. So that will be minus 3, and minus 6 is already there. So minus 3 and minus 6, it will be minus 9. That is x value. So x value will be minus 9 and y coordinate will be 1. Okay, now here in this question, f minus x, it is inside the bracket or outside? It is inside the bracket, so change will be x. So it is minus 6. It is minus 6, then it will be this minus 6 is turning into 6 and 1. Now fx minus 4, it is inside the bracket or outside the bracket? So it is definitely outside the bracket. Outside the bracket, mm, change y. So it is minus 4. Yeah, it is minus 4. So minus 4 and plus 1. So if you write down here, change y. We are doing for y. So minus 4 plus 1, that is minus 3. So x coordinates remain same and y coordinate we got minus 3. Nice and easy. Okay. So this is another exam question. This is y equal to fx curve, yeah, which is passing through minus 5 0, minus 2 0 and 2 0. So what will be the changes if you transform this curve in f minus x? So you need to see it is inside the bracket. Inside the bracket, it means change the x sign with opposite sign. So this coordinate will be 5 and 0. This coordinate will be 2 and 0, and this coordinate will be minus 2 and 0. So once you sketch the graph, so we have changed the x sign, minus 5 into 5, minus 2 into 2, and 2 into minus 2. Yeah, so these will be the coordinates of the points. Now when it is fx plus 2, it is inside the bracket. Inside the bracket, again x is going to be change here. So inside the bracket, change x with opposite sign. So here it is x plus 2. So but here x plus 2 is already there, so we'll take x is minus 2. So minus 2 here, and this is minus 5. So first value minus 5 and minus 2 becomes minus 7. So first coordinate will be minus 7 and 0. Okay, now here it is minus 2. So next coordinate will be minus 2. This is for x value. Yeah, we are calculating x for here, minus 2 from here, and this is minus 2. Minus 2 minus 2 becomes minus 4. So this coordinate will be minus 4 and 0. And this coordinate, so this is another x value. For now, for this one it is 2. So here is minus 2, so minus 2, and that is plus 2, that is 0. So that is another value. So this coordinate will be 0 and 0, right? So this is the way we can sketch the graph and we can find the coordinates here. So I hope you have enjoyed this video, and these all are exam question. If you remember these rules, it is going to help you uh, in your exams. Now I'm going to summarize these rules, which you can note down uh, in your notebook, in your exercise book, or make a flashcards to remember, and it is definitely going to help you. So please see my rules on the next page now. So these are the rules you need to remember. When it is fx plus a, so shift plus a unit on y-axis. When it is fx minus a, shift minus a units on y-axis. When fx plus a, so shift minus a on x-axis. Fx minus a, shift plus a units on y-axis. And fax means divide x coordinate by a and y don't change. If it is a outside, yeah, if this a is outside, then multiply y coordinate by a and x don't change. F minus x, this we have seen couple of questions. So all positive value of x is made negative and all negative value of x is made positive. In a nutshell, reflection in y-axis, right? And when it is minus fx, so all positive value of y is made negative and all negative value of y is made positive, and it will be reflection in x-axis, right? So this is the way we do it, and if you can remember this rule, it is going to help you for your exams. So wish you all the best for your exams. Please revise and do not forget to subscribe my channel. It is Genius Making Machine. Thanks for watching.